my God, have a look at this one. Okay, we've got a Hilux here, 2008, with how many Ks? 317,000 Ks, right? Tell you what happened. So, he's contacted me, this and that, bit of a service please, EGR clean, something along those lines, and talked about injectors, but not yet. And this is what I'm talking about, right? How good are these engines? 317,000 Ks, probably on the original injectors. We don't know that yet, but the information on the scan tool pretty much tells us that. So what are we looking at? Excuse me. You know, that throat thing, you know, a bit of allergy there, a bit of coronavirus. Here we go. Okay, look at that. We've just started. Okay, first thing, right? First problem, right? Don't know the history of the injectors, the blow-by. To me, anyone that's not here to get these injectors ripped straight out, hasn't watched enough videos and doesn't understand what goes on with these vehicles. Okay, we started up, the load was on about 50. Even when after it had been running a few minutes, it was on like 30-40%, ridiculous. The engine, you can see, it's at full operating temp. See the coolant temp, 83, and the load's on 23, double what it should be. They're off their heads, these injectors. Now let me just have a bit of a slide and have a look at the, so definitely confirm we've got 317,000 Ks, and these readings lead me to believe a bit of mud there, so it gets used, bit of mud here, all of this, ho-ho! Bit of mud action coming in the window. Anyway, okay, so let's get that injection volume all the way to the top. Yeah, check out the mud, guys. A little bit of mud up here, spinning the wheels with the, well, I think the steering wheel's a bit worn out too. Anyway, so she's been used. Look at this, guys, right? Check this out. Number 2. That's as far as the software goes, -5. These injectors are off their heads. Just like that is the go. Then we can see, look, injection volume 12. That's more than double what it should be at idle. These injectors are flogged. Number 1, off their head. Everybody's looking at individual feedback readings. Stop doing what you're doing and start watching the diagnostic videos. You don't know what you're doing. These individual feedback readings are a very small part of the picture, but in this case, they are showing the injectors off their heads. It's only the individual feedback reading, that's all it is, but that is the limit. 3 is the maximum they're allowed to be. Don't worry about 3 and 4, they're not okay. Oh, they're okay, you got to change 1 and 2. No, you idiots. Anyway, moving down. As I always say, Pilot 1 and 2, it normally doesn't go too bad. They're normally around 430, but look at that Pilot 2 jumping around up into the 5s, off its head. And look at main injection, like usual. The 3 main readings you can look at is the load, the injection volume, and the main injection period, right? Look what's going on here. They're all off. That main injection period should be around 550, 600. Off their heads. Anyway, I can't wait to have a look under the bonnet on this one. When we started the engine, it blew a heap of smoke, so it's probably got blow-by at the injectors, which we're not doing at this stage, but I think I might send this video to the owner, and hopefully he goes, yeah, wow, like, you know, it's just like driving around with steel belts hanging out the tyres, except it's not just you're going to end up on your rims. You're going to need a new engine soon. You're going to need to invest 15 grand into an 08 Hilux. So anyway, and there's no guarantee that, you know, it's probably okay, but there's no guarantee at those sort of kilometres with the original injectors that some damage, you know, metal fatigue hasn't already been done, damage to the pistons. Anyway, that's enough looking at the diagnostic. Let's check out under the bonnet of this thing and have a look around and see what else we can see. Oh, surprise, surprise. No, this is his off-roader. It's not a daily drive, it is an off-roader, but it doesn't hurt to give it a bit of a clean up every now and then. And if you're ever going to do that, a good time is probably after you use it in the mud and all that, and before you bring it into the Prado hospital. It's not a Hilux hospital. Privileged Hiluxes get in here, the clean ones. So yeah, this one, yeah, a bit dirty, but anyway, it's not too bad. So we're going to point out a few things on this. So just remember, quite high Ks, hasn't had any of the works that should have been done. The intake's probably going to be caked up. The injectors are probably going to need replacement. You know, all these things. The map filter's probably going to be leaking, blah blah blah. Let's have a look around the car. We're not going to do the injector job this time. but we'll quickly go over this vehicle like we do in a service, and I'll make this video up to about 10 minutes with whatever information I think is most important. Yeah, someone's missing out on the information here, that's for sure. Oh my god, look at this bash plate, it's bashed. Been running into everything for years, straight into it, boom! And it looks like aluminum, and it's been molded around the shape of the chassis, so that could be a bit of fun to get on and off, we'll see, because we need to get this bent up bash plate off just to do simple things like change oil. Well, because look, with the Hilux, it just ain't going to come out that hole. It doesn't work that way. It's going to leak all over everything with the Hilux because the drain plug comes out on an angle. Let's have a look and see what else we find on this vehicle. It looks like the front's been lifted. It's got some suspension in there. Rear looks standard. We'll get to that. Been hit by quite a lot of rocks, you know. It's kind of like a point and shoot vehicle by the looks of it. It's very dry and clean. Again, like usual, even though it's done over 300,000 Ks, bone dry clean as far as oil leaks go, which is good. Obviously it needs some tyres. Tyres are pretty low. This is just a replacement set of wheels recently, I think. He's gone back to the awesome strong alloys because it had problems with cheap steel rims. Like we say in other videos, guys, avoid those steel rims. Just showing you up there to show you how clean and dry things are. That come out pretty good, yeah. That was come out according to plan with half the Wombat State Forest bog hole, dust, leaves and dirt, and the insulation, the piece of insulation that, you know, it's fallen out of place or someone's worked on. There's some sticks in there as well. Check that out. There it is. Right. Anyway, that's meant to be up there. We'll see if we can get it back in place, or maybe not, you know, whatever. We'll get some of these sticks out. Guys, when you drain the oil in the Hilux, you probably know this, but see, it's on an angle, so when, you know, you can't just have a hole there, because this actually leaks all over the chassis cross member here as well, and you got to clean all that. It's a little bit painful compared to a Prado. Another reason we prefer Prados. 5-speed manual, obviously. Turbo fairly dry now. Remember we talk about those slight oil leaks on turbos. You can see this one, it's actually that, it's been leaking that long, it's all sort of dried up and sealed itself off. Can you see that? You know, it's a bit hard to tell, but you know, up on the other side, yeah, it's all sort of black, caked, all the dust has sort of soaked up the oil, so there's certainly no drips there, but that's why I'm not going to sell you a turbo, just because of that. So, have a bit of a look around down this end, looking pretty clean, looks like it doesn't get enough driveline lubrication. Oh, not too bad, there's a bit of grease there, maybe I'm wrong there, so it's going to get a driveline lube. Have a look around back down here, what do we got here? Oh, spare wheel's a bit loose, that's just swinging around, so that'll need tightening up. Maybe the suspension was changed because it's got these red spring hangers. It didn't really look that high from memory. It's got stock shockers. Right, look at that, stock. Oh, and the stock one that's been leaking for like many years, it's just about leaked itself dry, so needs rear shockers. If you're happy with the height, then obviously you don't need to change the springs. A lot of the Hiluxes are pretty high at the back. I'm not sure if this has been lifted. These might be just extended shackles so that it gives it a bit more height. Maybe that's what it is, because I suspect this is probably, maybe, the stock spring height. It's been a while, so I can't really remember what they look like, but I think they haven't changed the springs, haven't changed the shockers, maybe just changed these shackles, which I'm not really that familiar with. You know, when we used to do Hilux lift kits and that, like, you know, installing suspension, it was the whole lot, you know, springs, bushes, shackles, the whole lot, but it was a raised spring or different heavier duty springs. But without touching anything, I've got my hand tool here with the camera and a light, I'm not seeing anything too bad, and that's just testament to how good these vehicles, they're just awesome, mate, the Toyotas, you know. So can't see any sort of real oil leaks or problems anywhere. Drive shaft still looking good. We don't talk about them too much because they're usually looking good. You know, you check your brake pads like usual. You know, we'll try and get in there and have a bit of a look. There we go, like we normally do. See, there's the rotor, there's the backing plate here, right there, and then the meat, your lining, right, and then a bit hard to see to the other side with the camera anyway, but yeah, same thing. It's got plenty of meat on these brakes anyway. How clean does it look out here compared to under the bonnet? You know, it actually looks cleaner down and in around under these. You know, look there, I'm not seeing any mud, anything. Look at the lower ball joint, looks good. Upper ball joints look good. Little bit of weep on that steering rack boot there, you know, see there, like what we normally talk about on the Prados. But you can see a lot of the bodywork's been hit, so it's going to make it hard to change these control arms. No big deal, you just got to straighten it out. See that bit there's bent. And of course this one here as well has been hit, so yeah, these things, you know, need straightening out. But overall, mechanically under the vehicle, really good compared to what we're seeing on the diagnostics under the bonnet. Just a whole lack of maintenance, changing those injectors when they were due. Long overdue. Hopefully they can get done soon, because the rest of the vehicle looks pretty good. Just needs some proper tyres, just needs to paint the wheels black, a little bit of maintenance, tighten a few things up, check a few things over. So, a couple of things, just pop that insulation piece back in there where it goes. That's where it goes, up there, right? Maybe it's going to stay there, maybe not. But we just checked the front and rear wheel bearings for play, and they don't have any play in them either. So that doesn't mean I wouldn't maybe at these sort of kilometres, especially in the Hiluxes, we see the rear, depends on the load they've had in the back I suppose, but quite often it's the Hilux rear bearings that do fail, so you may want to look at changing those as prevention. And but these ones are okay, they haven't got play in them, whatever. We'll spin them up as well, have a listen to them, and the fronts seem okay as well. So awesome vehicles, definitely worth keeping, looking after, doing the maintenance on. There's a lot of them. If you hear something bad or something's worn like a wheel bearing, it's few and far between. They're wear and tear, there's no maintenance there, you've got to change them. But this one, it really needs injectors, eh? So anyway, bit of feedback for the owner and for everybody, just what to look out for, how good they are. But I tell you what, those injectors off their heads. Guys, hopefully you got something out of this. Thanks for watching. Please give us the thumbs up if you like that, and subscribe, turn the bell on if you haven't already. See ya.